Alright guys, welcome back to the Second Anno Adventure video. We have, obviously, Merlin out right now, but I want to talk about the anniversary because the anniversary is now not far away. Obviously, that doesn't mean you should not summon for this Merlin. She is probably likely the second best character in the game to the DPS. Definitely rivals, doesn't rival Berserk Melee, but when I do my tier list, which I'll do in a few days, don't worry, I think they're in the same tier. I don't think she's as good as, obviously, Berserk Melee, because Berserk Melee, he's got the crit chance passive to where he does AoE skills. He just spams those. He does more AoE damage a little bit compared towards this actual Merlin because she does it every 5 seconds. But like, she's really, really good though. But not only is she a good DPS, she also pulls characters closer together so you can do more damage with your close range characters like Berserk Melee, everyone being in. I think Berserk Melee mostly hits everyone anyway, but I did mention this a little bit in my recent video, but the One Escanor is coming. We know it, right? With the release of Merlin, she has now added the Awaken 7 Sins. And I found this image, which is actually one of the loaded screens for Grand Cross, which pretty much just showcases all of the Awakened versions of the Sins. We're going to get like the Drill Dance Diane. We're going to get Harlequin. Forget Elizabeth there. She's not going to be part of it. The One Escanor. Gopher in his armor. Purgatory Barn. Think of getting Purgatory Barn in this game. It's going to be crazy, by the way. I can't wait. Can't wait. And he got Lost Fane, which, yeah, that's going to be Assault Melee. Maybe not Assault Melee. He might be like the other side of 10 Commandments. It might be like True Magic Melee? Maybe? I don't know how they're going to do it, because Melee can go on a lot of different ones. But yeah, we spoke about it, but this is like the final season Merlin, so we're now kind of getting towards the end game a little bit. I don't think we're going to get all the biggest characters, but I do think with this character, it does confirm for the anniversary, we're definitely going to be getting at least the One Escanor. You got to hope so, because obviously the One Escanor, the 1 year anniversary, it writes itself. But then again, Grand Cross Global tried changing up a little bit by adding Assault Melee. But the reason I want to talk about the One Escanor is because obviously a little bit of his ultimate, right? I kind of mentioned this last time, but his ultimate, you can see on screen from Grand Cross, is kind of a close range one. How are you going to do this AoE? Maybe it's just a straight line down forward on the field and does everyone in a line. But it's possible that it could be a really close range actual ultimate. So having someone like Merlin to pull characters closer together is actually might be very, very valuable. Plus, once again, you have 2 months to save. However, in terms of the next characters coming out, and obviously we got take it case by case because we don't know who it is, but we do know we're probably gonna get a seasonal character, probably like these summer ones. So I'm thinking Summer Eastern. But it has been 2 festivals since we got Gopher. We've got obviously Elizabeth, now we got Merlin, and this grand summon banner, which I've already done twice now, hasn't returned. And last time they returned was for the half-year anniversary, the half annie, so it's likely almost guaranteed we're then going to get this to return for the actual global anniversary, or not even global, just the anniversary of 70th Adult Adventure, which obviously, if you're not known, it is by far the best banner in the game, because the only character you can pull, not only is the rate up even more, because it goes from 0.15 towards 0.5, so almost literally more than a triple increase for the rate, but the only characters you can pull are the good ones. At this point, these characters, at least the bottom, were good. You still didn't mind the top ones too much, but like they were like kind of already, people got deeped out. But if you kind of look at the lineup we're going to be getting, maybe they'll cut out these ones right here, so it's only these ones at the bottom, because you're going to add more, maybe take out more, but maybe this should be every single like new character race since the start of the game. But they're all going to be good characters. I mean, literally everyone right here, you do not mind pulling. And remember, we're about to get like at least like 3 more characters until the actual anniversary. Maybe not the one before the Annie, but we're going to have like the 2 next characters to come out, including the Merlin, to be on that banner to then get more copies of them. So that banner itself is also going to cost 250k alongside the obviously the One Escanor, which is also going to be 250k. So you got to have around 500k diamonds for the actual anniversary. And who knows, it might be a bad thing, but you could make the banner somehow worse, where you have to spend more currency to get the Escanors, or maybe increase the pity, so you have to go even further to get more copies of Escanor. But what I'm saying is you want to have a lot of gems for the anniversary, so you definitely want to start saving after Merlin. I still think going in and doing a 250 on Merlin is probably a good thing, because I think right now most people should have been saving. I think Jericho was the only one really worth summoning recently, especially after she got buffed, right? She was insane after she got buffed. But looking back, there was like Valenti, everyone should have skipped a little bit. Melee was like, okay, he was pretty decent, you didn't mind him. Barn was probably like the actual, like, yo, this guy was a must summon. But I think he came out right after God's Elizabeth, so people may have skipped him because you got God's Elizabeth, who was a must-have too. So there's been a few skippers, I'd say, recently. And maybe even leading up towards anniversary, there might be a few more skipped characters. Especially if it's Eastern. I don't know. Because we're going to get, like, if there's an OC character. Now, we could get Diane in the swimsuit, though. I don't know. Because Diane in the swimsuit could be like her transform. maybe. But then again, every single character that's come out nowadays always has some sort of use in the game. So it's not like they're going to be like an outright terrible unit. They'll be pretty good, which is why you want to save some damage so you can then summon them a little bit on the actual Grand Summon banner. And I guess the next big topic a little bit will be like a Sot Meliodas, who, at least for Grand Cross, when they introduced Escanor and obviously the One Escanor and obviously Sot Meliodas, they did release 1 month apart. That was the only time, and still is the only time, we get back-to-back festivals. So it could also be possible we get the One Escanor to release alongside the actual Grand Summon banner 250k, and then right when Escanor leaves alongside the Grand Summon banner, you then have to spend another 250k on towards the actual Meliodas. If it is a slot mode, that does release 1 month later rather than 2 months we're used to right now. But it could also say that towards the end of the year. However, I know it sounds like a lot to save 500k gems. Most of you lot maybe not even save that much, but do remember you can always farm a lot of gems, and they might even give quite a few out during the anniversary too. I've already claimed it, but recently they gave like 100k or like 150k for free for doing like stage clears that only went up towards like 10k. So they might actually expand the actual like free diamond currency you get for clearing stages up towards like 10k towards maybe 20k, which I think they're currently the cap right now. By the time we get towards the actual new update, or at least the anniversary, might be like 24,000 stages. So they might just give out another 300k for that event if they do update that a little bit. Okay, looking back at my prediction about what I thought we were gonna get, we were a little bit far off, right? I think this was the festivals of the black outlines. That was God's birth. Then we got like Valenti, another melee. We didn't get the perfect Q mana, which is what I thought we were going to get on the 18th, but instead we got on the 20th or the 17th of June, which is just last week. So I mean, we got I did expect a new Jericho, so at least we got that right a little bit. But in terms of what characters come out in between, I think guaranteed OC, I think it's either between Summer Eastern or probably likely the Summer Dian. Maybe likely towards Summer Dian. And we're probably going to get a new commandment though, right? Like, I really hope we get Glux in here because I really want artwork. Look at the artwork I have to use for the character. It's terrible. But I do think he might need to start releasing more commandment characters to prepare a little bit for Sot Melee, because he's, like I said, if he's going to work, he's obviously going to work in a Sin team too. But like, if he's going to be buffing up commandments, we want to have some better actual commandment characters, because the last two we've gotten were Melascula and also Derriere, which Derriere is good for obviously base defense, what she's made for. You might use a little bit more so because you have to. Melascula might be better later on too, but like, because I said it right, I think a Sot Melee's going to come out and be a tank. Obviously still be a crazy DPS character, but then he gets the buff. He gets his cooldown reset because of Derriere. Also gets 20% extra attack, and then also with the Melascula, because he's a tank character, he might be up front tanking everything. He might have the lowest HP to where he's then going to get the actual Veil buff, which is then going to buff him up even more because you're going to have more buffs on. Then you get more crit damage. I think with Zeldris is passive, and you're also as well going to reset the cooldowns for 10 commandments, which also includes the Medi because he is going to be a 10 commandment character. So you can be resetting cooldowns for 6 seconds on the ultimate. And Melee so far, a little bit have been like a little bit of characters that reset their cooldowns. So I'm telling you boys, I think they're cooking a little bit. I think a Sot Melee has to be a tank character. And remember, just because you're a tank doesn't mean you can't be a good DPS. Look at Derriere. She's a DPS character, but she's a really insane tank because of her HP and defensive stat. So we might get some more commandments leading up towards anniversary, which hopefully will be in the banner. The Grand Summer banner, seeing someone for it. But yeah, guys, that is going to wrap up today's video. Once again, just a quick reminder about the anniversary, because I'm always going to ask when's it coming. You can see it should be, if I did the date correctly, the 12th of August is going to be when we get our actual anniversary. So definitely save a lot of gems. I mean, currently right now, we're doing decent. We got 675k. Of course, we're going to be still summoning every character leading up towards the anniversary, but with the gems we can farm, because I'm a little bit behind right now in story mode, and also some tower trials, we can definitely get a lot of gems, and they've just been really generous a little bit by giving out quite a lot recently too, so we'll probably get some more even leading up towards the anniversary. So guys, thank you for watching the video. Let me know how much gems you lot on right now, and yeah, peace.